Okay, so you've probably started to see a lot of videos recently in your YouTube feed titled something along the lines of PS5 Pro specs leaked or PS5 Pro confirmed. You know, something to encourage you to click, basically. Well, I'm going to be a bit of a bubble buster today. Nothing has been confirmed officially. Although the specs that people are throwing around at the moment, everywhere, they may well prove to be correct and accurate. At this time, nothing has been officially confirmed. Now, once the specs have been confirmed officially, I'm sure you can all look forward to having your YouTube feeds filled up with videos of, PC versus PS5, which one is better. The same format that we saw when the PS5 launched and when the Xbox Series X and S launched. But until Sony officially come out and confirm the specs for the PS5 Pro, anything that you see on YouTube, any articles that you read elsewhere, they are all theory. And I know that sounds like a very obvious statement, but I've seen a lot of content borderline passing off theory and speculation as if it is fact, and I don't like that. Now, as previously mentioned, the specs that people are throwing around, they may well prove to be accurate, and the design concepts that are floating around, they may well prove to be spot on as well. Even I made a design concept of my own, and I'm quite proud of it. So here we go. Questions, comments, concerns. Now, one thing that I've consistently seen, heard and read is a speculative price point for the Pro being around £500. I think that's very wishful thinking in my opinion. People have to keep in mind, if the specs that are being suggested are remotely accurate, is that we will probably be looking at a price point for the PS5 Pro of around £650 to £750. Again, it's just my opinion, but I will eat my own foot if I'm wrong on this one. And I think we can all agree that if it does launch with a price point of around the £650 to £750 mark, that's a lot of money. And this really begs the question, is it worth it to you? And there's absolutely no right or wrong answer to the question either. It is entirely down to you as the consumer. And while a higher price point may absolutely be fair in terms of development and manufacturing costs, is it a worthwhile investment for the average consumer? Especially if we expect to see the PlayStation 6 launch in 2026, which is another rumour that's being thrown around at the moment. And don't get me wrong, you may be thinking that £650 or £750 or £850 is an absolutely fair price that you're willing to pay for 2+ years of high-spec gaming, but in reality it will cost you a hell of a lot more than that, assuming that the reason that you want to purchase a PlayStation 6 Pro is that you want to take advantage of those Pro features, which would only be achievable if you already own the additional hardware required to take advantage of those features, or you go out and purchase the hardware that is required to take advantage of those features. 4K monitors and things like that. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but the console's not always supposed to be a convenient and cost-effective way for the average person to enjoy video games, while gaming PCs being viewed as the more expensive, less accessible route to video games. And while we're on the subject of cost effectiveness, let's just look at the new PlayStation Portal for a second. Now, I have seen PlayStation Portals sell for between £200 and £250. Okay, so you go out and you drop, say, £200 on the new PlayStation Portal. You get home, you can't play it unless you already own a PlayStation 5. And this is because the PlayStation Portal is not actually a handheld console, but a streaming device. Okay, that's absolutely fine. It is essentially an add-on for the PlayStation 5. So you spend £500 on your PlayStation 5, and then you spend £200 on your PlayStation Portal. Okay, nice. So you go home, you switch on your PlayStation 5, because it has to be on in order to use the PlayStation Portal, because again, it's a streaming device, not a console. You grab your favourite wireless headset, and you go to sit down on the couch to play. This is going to be a problem for most, given that the PlayStation Portal does not come with Bluetooth. I'll just say that one more time for those in the back. In 2023, the PlayStation Portal does not come with Bluetooth. What the absolute f***? Now don't you panic, person who has so far spent £700. because you can still use wireless earbuds and headsets if they are compatible with the PlayStation Portal. However, the selected and compatible headsets and earbuds, like the PlayStation Pulse earbuds, will run you hundreds of pounds. The PlayStation Pulse earbuds, FYI, being £200. That's £200 to be able to enjoy your PlayStation Portal's audio wirelessly. Now, I must be crazy, I thought that it was the PlayStation Portal, not the Apple Portal. Apple, of course, being the worst offender for the game of how can we charge extra money for something that should already be included. And I mean, of course, if PlayStation can't, for cost reasons, include a set of basic wireless earbuds with the PlayStation Portal, then they should have made it Bluetooth compatible. And with all that being said, my issue is not so much with the price of the products. My issue is actually with the shady business practice that is becoming ever more prevalent in the industry of leaving out basic features so that they can charge you, the consumer, more money later on down the line. Personally, I love the advancements that we're seeing in video games and in the consoles that we all choose to play our games on. I just really hope that video games don't become a hobby that is too expensive for the average consumer. Okay, so that about does it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you are interested in the supposed leaked specs for the PlayStation 5 Pro that we were discussing previously, they can easily be found on YouTube or just by Google searching it. The simple reason I didn't cover the specs in this video is because there are a million tech channels out there already doing it, and they probably do a better job than I could. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing. Good night, sub, peace.